I mean, it's
Before
gorgeous
I met Ruth, I thought, now Nisha, listen to this, and listen, I say this against myself, but I thought curry was from the Chinese, right? And then she tells me, Chinese don't make curries, they don't do curries, but my favourite curries were from the Chinese. So is that anathema to you?
You're really scaring me a little bit now. Where are you? It is an anathema. I mean, I'm sure there are great Chinese curries, but a curry's an Indian thing.
It's your patch, right?
Yeah, it's our patch. It's different. There's no way I could cook Chinese food like a...
Well,
yeah.
Dhansak, what way are you going to cook this?
So today, chicken Dhansak. And this is this is because, honestly, I got so many tweets asking for this recipe. It's so weird coming to cuisine as an Indian, because as Indians, we know what we like at home, and that would be things like dal. It would often be vegan food. But knowing what the British audience wants, I find it still, and I was born in Ormskirk, you know, still utterly fascinating. They want to know korma, they want to know tikka masala, a boona.
Oh, I love
just
a
makes us
boona.
laugh. You love a boona? We don't even say boona. We don't even say boona. And then chicken Dhansak is a big thing. But this is a very precious dish, actually. So, can I tell you a little bit about the history?
Oh, no, lots, because I love the history bit.
Because I've got a bit of time, and I'm such an anorak when it comes to spices and Indian food. So, there are two definitely very different ways of cooking Indian food. There is the vegetarian kitchen and there is the meat kitchen. And they're completely governed by almost different religious ways of cooking.
Yeah.
So, if you go to a spice shop and you see different spices, you see powders and you see seed spices. It is the seed spices that govern the vegetarian kitchen. So, if you're ever going to cook cabbage or a potato curry or cauliflower, anything like that, you're going to use a seed spice. This is a dish that combines both meat and lentils. So it combines both kitchens, which is very unusual, because very rarely would you cook meat with vegetables in India. Very rarely would you combine the both. So as a nod to the vegetarian start of this dish, I'm going to use cumin seeds. And I always hear this word, this kind of phrase, toasting your spices. Toasting your spices is not what we do. In the Indian kitchen, you fry your spices. Okay. So you have a little bit of oil in the pan, get it nice and hot, teaspoon heaped of cumin seeds. And what we're looking for, and I wonder if the camera can get this, we're looking for that fizz. And you want those cumin seeds to go dark brown, because within each spice, within each seed, there are aromatic oils that come out when hot oil hits them.
Are they going to pop?
Sometimes they pop, so mustard seeds pop. That's where you've got to be careful. Cumin seeds don't. Cumin seeds are very, very tame. They are one of my favourite spices in the kitchen, because you smell them in here, raw, and they smell kind of tomcat. They don't smell very nice at all. OK.
I was just enjoying
Sorry,
it.
my love. I know, I saw you grimace. It doesn't take much, sorry. Just pretend it's a nice Chinese curry. But when they hit the hot oil, they smell citrus and woody. OK. So you've got to wait to that point when they go brown. It's a really sacred moment, because if you were to add anything to that now, it would kill the cook and it would kill the true formation of that spiced oil.
Oh, okay.
Oh, the drama.
I have to say, fascinated. I was walking past your lovely bench of food when you weren't here. I said, what on earth is that? It looks like a witchetty grub. And it turns out it's turmeric, fresh turmeric, which I've never seen. I've only ever seen ground turmeric.
Yes.
Have a look at this.
Look at that. So this...
Hang on, hold it still a sec.
OK, so that is a turmeric root. And we're going to come to that. I'm going to talk... do you know, actually, we so rarely use that. Do you know what we use this for? It's an antiseptic in India. So if you ever cut yourself in the kitchen, my grandmother would just rub your wound with turmeric. And before you get married, what's so fascinating is they take a root and they sort of add it to water, and you get this yellow paste. And the women's family go over to the groom's house and they wash his entire body with this turmeric juice. So all my aunties went and did that to my Hungarian husband. Yeah, to cleanse him.
To cleanse
him, exactly. So turmeric is a big part of sort of Indian culture. But in the kitchen, we use the powder. Go out, buy yourself a big bag of powder. That will do. You don't have to mess around with the roots.
Are you going to do any cooking?
No, I like chatting to you.
This is interesting.
I like the fact you already got the food. OK, here we go.
I'm eating.
Into this. So we've done the seeds. We now go onion, ginger and garlic. OK, because we're going into the meat kitchen now. And whenever you're cooking meat, you've got to do onion, ginger and garlic. And that's the backbone to the dish, so you get your flavour from there. Now, it is dead simple. It is piling the ingredients into the dish. So we go in with chicken, because we're making a chicken jalfrezi. You could use, instead of chicken, you could use pumpkin. Pumpkins are very traditional ingredients for jalfrezi. Did I say jalfrezi?
You did. I was just thinking, did you say
Dhansak, because of you. OK, so pumpkin's a really good alternative. You could use paneer, cauliflower, whatever, but this is chicken. OK, now we go in with our meat spices, dead simple. Turmeric that we talked about. OK, so we got about a teaspoon of turmeric. That goes into every curry. I call them the mother and father of every curry, turmeric and chilli.
OK, anti-inflammatory.
Anti-inflammatory in a big way, that's right. And then not so much the chilli,
no.
but the turmeric. Yeah, little tiny bit of chilli for a little tiny bit of heat. If you want more heat, just add more. And then we go in with our big meat spice, which is garam masala. So can you see this? And I'm going really quite heavy with this. So it's quite simple so far. And it really only is half an hour. I mean, I've been chatting at you. Now, when I want a bit more flavour in my curry, when I want a bit more oomph, there is one spice that does that, and that is cumin powder. So if you ever taste a curry and think, oh, it's not quite Chinese takeaway enough, get out your cumin powder, go in with a bit of a teaspoon.
So you started with the cumin seeds and then add cumin powder if you want a bit more.
And I did the cumin seeds because I'm cooking with lentils. Yeah. So garam masala, turmeric chilli would get you to pretty much any meat curry. Right. Now, all we do is we add about a cup of lentils. And for every cup of lentils that you add 4 times the water. So 1 cup of lentils, 4 cups of water. OK, so I add that in, and I'm just lobbing this together now. This is great in a slow cooker.
Lobbing it together. That's
charming,
That's my
isn't it?
kind of cooking, that.
OK. And then what's always good in a lentil dish is a whole tin of chopped tomatoes. You can lose a whole tin of chopped tomatoes and you don't feel it. Because what that does is it brings a beautiful sort of tang of acidity, a bit of sweetness, and we are going to let that simmer. So here we go.
So do you have that quite like a low heat, just bubbling away?
Yeah. Now, what's wonderful with red lentils is, yes, a low heat would do it in half an hour. When you use yellow or green or black lentils, it's going to take you a lot longer. So always go, if you can, if you're sort of entry-level lentils, let me just move that, it's very heavy.
But they lose their colour once you cook them.
They do. They go to that kind of brown sludge, which is what...
You know, I can understand, but a serious point, and this is why a lot of artificial flavourings and colours end up in things. It may be, perhaps, if you were to look at this in a restaurant, I don't know if anybody can see this, mightn't be the most appetising colour for you, but this is absolutely divine. Divine.
That's amazing. I'm really glad you enjoy that. Do you know what? I think lentils are really underrated. And you've seen the headlines today. You know, we need to think about what we're putting in our bodies. Lentils aren't just a great way of padding out. This is what it looks like after half an hour in with some spinach. They're not just a great way of padding out dishes. It's just, they're great for fibre, they're great for flavour. Lentils, you know, when they're cooked with spices, a little bit of salt, a tiny bit of sugar, but just as much as you like. So just always think about salt and sugar, especially after today.
And the lentils take up the flavour of what they're cooked
They do. But they are so flavourful. They're one of the most generous, you know, hard-working ingredients in the Indian kitchen. So into this, I've just added some chopped spinach. You could add anything. What we don't do in India is we don't add pineapple. I don't know where that came from. I think it's just because, you know, we came to Britain and thought, how would we make you like us? Let's put pineapple in our curry. What else do you... It's something exotic. Yeah.
We love you now.
Yeah. At least that, you know, but we would never really add pineapple to an authentic Dhansak. That's a sweet, you know, sweet kind of twist.
And is that it? You just simmer away and...
Simmer away. But honestly, after half an hour, after those lentils have expanded, you are home and dry. And this was a dish that you would have when you come out of mourning. Because during mourning in India, you can't have any meat. So as you come out of mourning, you start to slowly introduce meat back into your vegetarian dishes. And suddenly you're, you know, it's kind of a...
Well, all I know is my next visit to an Indian restaurant, this is what I'm
delicious.
ordering.
Dhansak.
Really, really nice.
Nisha, always
so much, Nisha.
Lovely having you here and tasting the food and hearing all the history behind it. Love it.